Mario Toneguzzi here with Business Spotlight. Joining me is Dr. Jay Shephard of Shephard Health. Jay, tell us a little bit about what you do here at Shephard Health.
Well, thanks for having me, Mario. Shephard Health is basically we're a chiro clinic, but we don't do just chiro. We focus on using the latest technology that's out there and available to increase the speed and the effectiveness of healing through soft tissue techniques, other electronic mediums that we use. So we're not just chiro, that's actually a small part of what we do. And because of what we do and how we've become very notable in the sports industry as well, and so we see a lot of high-end athletes as well as Olympic athletes and just regular Joes like you and I, Mario, and because we want to get better faster and more effectively.
Tell me a little bit about the clientele, what do they come in here for?
Man, we see everything. It's not just one thing. People say, you're a sports clinic. No, we're not. We do see a lot of sports injuries in here, but we also see a lot of athletes of life. You know, people who are just working downtown, working at their jobs, or doing whatever it is, anywhere from a high-end athlete to an amateur athlete down to a guy, you know, working in the factory or at the warehouse loading trucks or anything. Even the white collar workers sitting at a desk all day working on the computers, anything.
How long have you been around, Jay?
Oh my gosh, Mario, I graduated in December of, gosh, I don't even know now. It was December of 1992. And I practiced in California for a while. Then I came back up to Canada here to practice. And I've been out for 31 years now.
And how did you get into chiropractic service?
Geez, well, I originally went to SAIT in 1981 to do electronics, telecommunications electronics, and I didn't like it, I didn't enjoy it, but I finished the program, and then I got a job at Montreal College, and I was a guy that was fixing all the computers and the television equipment in the studios and they had, and any AV stuff, and it was a decent job, but I wasn't fulfilled or anything like that. And meanwhile, all my friends were all going to university. They were going to go to dental school and medical school and physio school. And I thought, well, I could do that. And so at the time, Montreal College, as it was known back then, offered anybody who worked at the college could take take classes at night for free. So for 3 or 4 years, I took 4 nights of classes, anything that I could take. And I applied that towards doing. I was originally going to, try to get into medical school and all that, but then I injured myself when I was water skiing with my friends down in California in the Sacramento River, and my friend hurt my neck, and my friend took me to his chiro down there, and I thought, oh, this is fantastic. I felt so good instantly, and I wanted to move to California previous to that, just because I always hung around in California. And then there I found out there was a chiro school down there, so I looked into it more, and the more I looked into it, the more I wanted. That's the route I wanted to go. So that's what I ended up doing.
Wow.
And I moved to California in 1989 and started my schooling down there.
And first opened here in Kensington when?
I've been in this location in Kensington for about 27 years now.
Have you ever thought of expanding?
Yes, I am thinking of expanding. Well, you talking about locations or just more people here? It's to expand, I need personnel. I need other people to come in, and it's pretty hard to find that. I do have my son who's actually graduating from chiro school next summer, and he's going to be joining the practice here. So we're going to practice together, and he's going to bring his technique, his own energy and the stuff that he likes to do and add that to the practice here. And who knows, I've always wanted to expand into other clinics, but we'll just see how it goes. Times are kind of crazy right now, so I just want to just see how we get through this next period of turbulence in our economy right now first.
So Jay, you mentioned the athletes and Olympians as well, professional athletes, but your clientele over the years, as you walk into this office, you see a lot of testimonials from actors to you musicians and some very well-known ones, right?
Yep.
How did that all start?
Gosh, it all started when I did, that's when I first met you, Mario. In 1997, I went and learned a course called active release, and a hockey player who played with the Flames told me about it, Gary Roberts. He's the one that introduced me and says, you got to go take this course from Dr. Michael Leahy in Colorado Springs. And so I ended up taking this course, and nobody at the time was doing it. And I came back here, and I think that's when you came in to see me, Mario. You had an injury to yourself. Mm-hmm. And I think in a couple sessions, you were healed from this new soft tissue active release technique. And then that's how I got into it. And then what happened, I started seeing some of the other hockey players that heard about it. You wrote an article for me. That's what it was. You wrote an article for me in the Herald in the Day. And it kind of went viral before viral was even a thing. We didn't really have the internet back in 1997, or just the starts of it anyway. But then the other athletes started to hear about me through the article, and then one athlete tells another athlete, and that's how it started. It went goofy after that. It was crazy. It was fun, and I got to meet musicians and travel with musicians and travel with athletes to Europe and all that stuff. So yeah, I was very fortunate. And then you got to the movie industry. I got to know people in the movie industry, and then I got to work with the actors or the crew in the film industry in Calgary. So it was really fun.
So Jay, you probably over the 25 plus years have seen a lot of amazing health stories come through here.
Oh yeah, I've seen tons. I mean, someone walks in the door, and all I wanted to do was just give people hope who's tried everything else, and maybe this will work. I mean, and so you always never want to take hope away from anybody when someone's suffering. The only reason people come in here is because they're suffering, and if they don't get it through the traditional medical system, which is great and all that stuff, but some people, they slip through the cracks and they want to try something alternative, and they get fantastic results most of the time. But I've seen some crazy stuff where people, they can't walk, and then all of a sudden, they're walking, they're lifting their kids where they couldn't lift their kids or their babies, pardon me, or they want to be active again. They just can't be active. And when you get older, when you get older, you want to stay active. It means life. So
yeah,
that's I've seen some pretty rewarding things, and there's so many I can't even tell specifically down to one, but there's just been so much.
I met a gentleman a while ago, and I won't say his name, obviously, but when we realized we had the connection with you, he literally said that Dr. J saved my life. When you hear that, what goes through your mind?
Well, that's pretty rewarding to hear somebody like that, and I never thought it would make such a huge impact in somebody's life like that. And I'm first of all, I'm so grateful that they actually came to see me, and I was grateful I was able to be helping in their healing process, and that's the best thing I could ever wish for on anybody, to hear something like that. I mean, that just makes my day. So,
all right, Jay, how do people find you?
You can call 403-543-7499, or just go into my website, shephardhealth.com, SHEPHARD health.com, and you can just book an appointment on there, and then you come and see me.
And the location again is?
It's 1228 Kensington Road, Suite 200, and we got tons of parking out front.
Oh, okay, great. Thanks, Jay.
Thank you so much.